Hi guys, and I'm looking at a new Opal today. This is something I bought. I have rubbed it a little bit already. It's quite large, and yeah, I think it is quite exciting. I've already rubbed it a little bit, as I said, so I want to show you why I think this is particularly interesting. Number one, you see this dark color here. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it. So it's radiating all sorts of colors: blues, greens, reds, golds, all around this area here, which is just fantastic. And it's on quite a dark background. Also, if you come up the stone on the same side, you got some nice colour here. That's bright green there, actually, on that angle. You got some yellow there, and it's showing some potch here, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's colour all throughout here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because it has gone a little bit pixelated. Okay, now it's still obviously got some kind of clay sand here, but I don't know if you can see this, but there's actually quite a bit of colour. You can see it's sort of there. There's like red. Is that red just there at the top? And there's some blue and red right at the top there. It isn't the easiest to make out on this camera, but there's basically colour at the top there. And if we roll up here, do you see that red gold there? And then it goes to green. So there's quite a lot of colour at the top here. See the spots, there's this red spot there. There's quite a few red spots actually if we just twinkle that. And we turn it over and it goes back to red, which is quite nice. There's quite a lot of colour at the top here, and there's more red here and colour right there at the top. So let's move to the middle. As I've said, there's already lots of colour here, which is really nice. And this is where the colour is sort of in the middle there as well. And if we go along here, there is colour on this. I just need to remember where it is. You can see some right there. Is that green purple? Yeah, it's sort of flashing. There's a bit there as well, which is purple above it. So there's colour in the sort of top of this as well. All the way around, it seems, on all sides. It's hard to see, but there's red there, and there's some green and purple there. As you roll it round, you get some much brighter colour here in the middle. And we're more towards the end here as well. You can see some more colour going straight down the middle. And there was a side that also had a lot of colour on the end. Just trying to remember which side it was. Yeah, some orange right up there, orange and red at the top. So, what do I think about this so far? It's got colour more or less everywhere, or at least the prospect of colour everywhere, which I really like about some of these Boulder Opals that I'm getting. Sometimes they don't yield anything, but often they do. And I'm beginning to be able to pick them, which is fantastic. So I'm going to work this. I was given this 160 grit. I have no idea what you would call it, but sanding device. I'm going to be using this. It is 160, so it's going to go a bit quicker than some other things, but I realise I can't spend 10 hours on each stone. It's just not very practical. So we'll be doing a bit of sanding today, a bit of rubbing, and hopefully I can show you. I feel like this stone's at this stage that if I do a little bit of rubbing, you'll start to see some of the impacts like pretty quick, which is, it's always good to see. I think it's more entertaining. You do a rub here, rub there, and then suddenly you see more colour. And that's what's happened here. You can see there's more green and yellow appearing right all around there, and there's blue. All this has just popped just now. So I think this stone is at that stage where, you do a little bit more rubs and look, it's getting brighter, it's getting more colours. Let's go back to it. I'm not going to press too hard because it is at 160, which, yeah, is pretty rough. It's not diamond edged, this sanding I don't know what you would call it, this sanding device. Oh yeah, look at those colours in the middle. Do you see? Look at those colours right there. Underneath, that is gem. That is really gem. Beautiful. As we move down the stone, yep, there's more colour emerging around here as well. The greens. Not as much towards the top end of the stone, but it looks quite potchy, so I wouldn't be surprised if this comes out as colour later on. So that's something to look forward to. Let's keep going with the stone. Let's not forget to look at that area at the bottom, because I think in time that might yield something, you never know. Oh, we had a little chip there. That's what you got to be careful with some of these rougher grade grits. Slight chip there at the bottom. Luckily there's no colour there. Sometimes what chip might end up being, you know, the softer surfaces like the clay and the sand. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's nice. That's very gemmy. If that expands, you see my thumbnail next to it could end up being quite a nice ring if it becomes sort of circular from there. You know, if we can get it to be you know, that big, then it would fit nicely on a little finger. Maybe not a thumb. Alright, let's do a bit more rubbing. I have had, the reason why I haven't been posting so much recently is I've had a few sort of health concerns. They still don't know quite what's up. The reason why I'm having some of the symptoms, it's suspected it might be vitamin D. Because I work from home. I do this Opal at the moment, I'm doing it inside. But actually I did do some rubbing earlier on outside. That was the first time I've done it outside. It was slightly sunny, I thought. Take the opportunity. Yeah, that's really coming out, isn't it? Zoom in a little bit so you can see it a bit more. Yeah, it's looking nice. What do you guys think of that? Spin it around a bit. Yeah, and you get different colours. Nice. Alright, well, let's move on to another side. This side is got quite a lot of clay on it, and it looks like a sort of let's see if we can just zoom out a notch. There we go. Yeah. I might need to Dremel this side, to be honest, because it's a bit of a mix of, yeah, there's a bit of potch there. We have seen colour at the top, but it's not always popping on the video. So I'm going to skip that side. I'm going to go over to this side, which I think has a lot of promise. Oh, look at this. This is sort of worn down as well. Look at that. I've only used it for a little while, you know, 20 minutes maybe. I was in the sun quite a bit earlier today, just in case it is vitamin D. I did have a low vitamin D, I think it was in February of this year, and the year 2025, the time I'm recording this, but hopefully people will be watching this, you know, in the future as well when they discover the channel. I do that with some channels on YouTube, you know, you watch old videos, and sometimes it doesn't really matter when the video was shot. You know, it's still entertaining for the future. So hopefully that's the case with these videos. And hopefully all my health concerns are a thing of the past. Oh, there's a bit of green there. Bit of green. Maybe that was there before. I think I seem to remember it being there before. We continue. It's pretty rough, this device. Quite a lot of clay there. I'm happy for that clay to go. Sort of melts through that clay, doesn't it? Well, it's part of these strange health things. I get very tired, so I'll just do a tour of this stone for now. Maybe I'll call it the foot stone because it looks a little bit like a foot. Yeah, there's some colour on this side here. Some green. I think there used to be some colour here as well. There we go. Yeah, there's some green and purple there. Saw that earlier. It's not a lot of colour at the moment. Again, looks like there was some patchy red here. Not sure if you'll be able to see that. And this is the side. This is the side that's really got the colour. In this sort of gemmy section here. Secondary section in the centre with some greens and a little bit of red right up here. Right there, there's a little dot of red, reddy green. Nice roll to it. Yeah, so I expect this colour to go sort of all the way around here, which would be nice. Could end up being a nice brooch, or indeed a ring there maybe. So I'll leave it at that. I think it's good. Yeah.